Hello and welcome to my HTML and CSS course. If you have little or no experience using HTML and CSS, don't worry because this is a beginner-friendly and straightforward course that's going to be an entry point to becoming a web designer. Just to add, HTML and CSS are two languages that go hand in hand, and it wouldn't be the best to teach them as two separate courses because whenever there's a HTML, there's always a CSS, and it's a good place to start as a beginner looking forward to become a website designer. So before we begin, let me quickly bring you to speed with the things we will cover in this course. It's good to keep things pretty much simple, I believe, and so I'm not going to overwhelm you with a long list of content. But while we proceed with examples and further explanations, you will be comfortable and ready to create your own website by the end of this course. So, I'll be teaching you what HTML is all about, what CSS is all about, and how you can set up a local environment to enable you write your HTML and CSS code. Also, I'm going to talk about HTML tags and elements, and then we'll see how CSS comes into play in styling a web page. We are going to use that knowledge to create a website from scratch using HTML and CSS. And lastly, we'll look at cross-browser compatibility and designing for mobile, which is otherwise known as responsiveness. So at the end of this course, this is the project we'll be creating. The project for this course is going to look something like this. And it's a warrior website for all those who want to become a HTML and CSS warrior. So this is what we're going to design by the end of this course. So this is our project and it is fully responsive. So this is like the tablet version of this site, and you see the images are responsive as well as the footnotes. Also, if we should reduce the screen to the mobile version of this site, it's also responsive. As you can see, the menu have changed from what it was to the mobile menu. So this is the kind of website you'll be able to do at the end of this course, and with that knowledge you can do even much more better than this. So with that being said, let's go to the very beginning of this course, which is what is HTML. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages, and it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So HTML is not a programming language. It is a markup language that consists of series of tags and elements that helps describe the structure of a web page. The tag itself are not displayed on the browser, but they tell the browser the kind of content to be displayed, whether a heading, a link, or an image. And when you preview this on the browser, it's going to look something like this. It's going to display the heading, which is the content, and a link and an image. So it does not display the HTML tag, but it describes the content within those tags. While HTML gives the structure of a web page with its various tags, CSS fleshes out those contents by properly arranging and styling them to look good on the web browser. And CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So it is used to describe or style your HTML elements and also tell those elements how to display across several devices. Like our finished project, I just showed you how it can be viewed on mobile, on tablets, and even on desktop. So you can see that with HTML alone, you can only display the content within your HTML tags, but you can't style those content and position them just exactly the way you would want. But with CSS, you can style each element and make them more presentable on the web browser. You can see the preview of our HTML element, but when we add CSS to it, it's going to look something like this. So you see there is proper positioning. We've added some border to the image, and the link goes below the image. So that is how you can use CSS to style your HTML elements so that they can display properly on the web browser. So to start writing your HTML and CSS codes, you need an environment that allows you to do so, and that environment will be a text editor. In the next video, I'll be showing you the different text editors you can set up and use to start writing your HTML and CSS codes.